Hi, welcome back to Maria's Kitchen. I am so excited to be here with you today. You are going to love this show. This is a homemade gourmet caramel popcorn. And I'm going to go over the ingredients with you, but I'm going to stop and tell you a little bit about how this came to be, this caramel popcorn. I just want to give you some fun facts about caramel popcorn. It came to be when two brothers, Frederick and Louis, who immigrated to the United States from Germany, and they settled in Chicago in 1870. They opened up a popcorn store, and they began experimenting with unique flavors and toppings. On one of their experiments, they produced a mix of popcorn, peanuts, and molasses, and it became a huge hit. A customer, after having tried this popcorn concoction, exclaimed, "Wow, that's a Cracker Jack." And that saying at that time meant great quality. The name stuck. In 1896, the brothers registered Cracker Jack, and the product was mass produced in the United States. Success and popularity of the Cracker Jacks led to experiments with popcorn and syrups, which led to the first caramel popcorn. Isn't that amazing how the story is, how we came to have caramel popcorn? And I'll be right back to go over the ingredients with you. The first ingredients you're going to need are going to be some popcorn kernels. You're going to need brown sugar, and you need the light one, not the dark one. You'll need a tablespoon of real butter. You'll need some peanuts, and you can also have other nuts of your choice, but I'm using peanuts and pecans today. You'll need some Karo syrup, some clear, the light one. You'll need some cooking spray of your choice. I've got coconut here. You'll need baking soda. You'll need some wax paper sheets. You'll need some Mexican vanilla or good real vanilla, not imitation. You'll need some salt, and you'll need a candy thermometer, and you'll need some brown paper bags for the popcorn. I'm going to show you how to pop some popcorn unless you want to just use your popcorn popper. You'll need a cookie sheet, and you're going to need a small medium pot, and that's about it. And I'll be back to get started. The very first thing you're going to do is get your brown paper bag. It's kind of like a lunch size paper bag, and this is a cute trick that I learned years ago. You're going to put a third cup of those popcorn kernels inside the bag with nothing in there, just the popcorn kernels. You're going to fold it over once, very small, and twice, and you're going to just press it across. And now all we're going to do is put this whole bag in the microwave for 3 minutes. But check your time on your microwave. You'll just listen to the pops. When it slows down, you take it out. Okay? Be back. Okay, I pulled it out of the microwave. It was about 3 minutes. That was my microwave because I have a small microwave, but you want to check your time. You're not going to believe this. It's so beautiful. You never thought that you could make popcorn in the microwave in 3 minutes. And okay, so I'm pouring it in here because I want you to see that you are going to have to take all the kernels out. And so you'll go through this and you'll take all the kernels out, and then I already have it done right here. I just want to show you that I took it, I cleaned it out, and I laid it. You're going to lay it on a cookie sheet like this. I'll put this to the side, and I'll be right back to go to the steps with you. Okay, I poured all the popcorn on here. This is about 8 to 9 cups you can get out of that one bag that we just popped in the microwave. I went through the popcorn, I laid it all flat and made sure there wasn't any burned ones or any popcorn kernels. The next thing you're going to do, and you don't need to grease this sheet, this cookie sheet, and then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to put our nuts. Now you can use the nuts of your choice. I am using today pecans, and I am going to use peanuts. Now this is about a good heaping 4th cup of pecans, and I'm using a heaping cup of peanuts. Now, do you remember when you used to buy the Cracker Jacks box and you would run out of peanuts and you're like, oh, I want more peanuts? But that's why I'm putting a whole bunch of peanuts in here, because you want to get a peanut in every bite, and just try to leave the nuts on top, because we're going to pour that wonderful caramel syrup that we're going to make right after this on top of this beautiful popcorn. The very first thing you're going to need to do is put your oven on to 300 degrees before we get started on this caramel syrup, because it will need to be already preheated. This is going to go fast, maybe about 5 minutes. We're going to make the caramel sauce. Get all your stuff set up because it's going to go quickly. You're going to need this baking soda immediately right when the caramel sauce hits the 250 degrees on the candy thermometer. You're going to need 1 cup of packed brown sugar. You're going to need half a cup of the Karo white syrup, 1 teaspoon of Mexican vanilla or vanilla, real vanilla, and then 1 tablespoon of butter. You'll need half a teaspoon of salt and the 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda. And that is pretty much it. You'll need your candy thermometer because we're going to put it in there. And you'll need a spoon, and we're going to get started. Get a medium saucepan and put it on, you're going to put it on medium. You're going to put your brown sugar in. You're going to put your syrup, the Karo white syrup. I'm going to get all that in there. And you want to get all of it in there. We're going to put our butter. Got the 1 tablespoon of butter in there. And we're going to put the half teaspoon of salt. And that's pretty much it. We're going to stir it around just a little bit till the brown sugar gets combined. And then we're going to put our candy thermometer in after that. So we're stirring it just for a little bit to combine all of this. And it's on medium, maybe a medium high, but it'll get started here and we'll be right back. Okay, it looks like it's pretty much combined there. The butter has melted, and at this point we're not really going to need to stir it. We're going to leave it alone. I am putting the candy thermometer in. If you have a clip one on the side, this is the one I have. We're going to come back when it's at 250 hardball stage, and we're going to get ready to set up and pour over our popcorn. Be right back. Spray your spoon real quick. It's at 250. We're going to come right over here. We're going to, it's almost there. You can see it. I want to see if you can get close and see. You can see that it's almost to the 250. It's 250. Okay, take this out, turn it off. I'm going to throw this in the sink, and you're going to put your 4th teaspoon of baking soda and your teaspoon of vanilla. Look at, you're going to stir it up as fast as you can. You see that color? It's turning a beautiful caramel color. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to come over here, and you are going to pour it as fast as you can, back and forth, back and forth. Look at this. And try to cover as much as you can. Try to cover as much area as you can, but if you don't get all the popcorn, don't worry. At this point, you try to stir your popcorn as fast as you can because it dries. Don't worry if you don't get everything coated, because we're gonna take it out of the oven and we're gonna stir it. While it's in there, we'll take it out in about 10 minutes, but try to stir around as much as you can. I know it's sticky and it's drying, but don't worry about it. This is going to take some of your muscles, and you can do it. And at this point, this is all that I can do. I'm just going to leave it like this, and it's going straight into the oven. It's been 10 minutes, and it's time to stir the popcorn, but I want to spray my spoon here with some of this spray so it won't stick. And what you're going to do is just start stirring the popcorn, and it's just very hot, so be careful. Just stir it around to try to cover the popcorn in the caramel sauce. Now don't worry, if you don't get it completely covered right now, we're going to come back and do this one more time. So I'm going to put it back in. Now it's completely done and it's ready to come out. But I have to tell you that you're going to need to get a sheet of wax paper. We're going to put everything on this wax paper and it's going to harden right here. So I'm turning the oven off and I am going to pull it out, and this is going to go fast. So I have to tell you, get ready. You've got your mitt, you've got your spoon, your spatula, and we're going to slide everything off onto this paper. So here it comes, and it's very hot, so be very careful. So all you're going to do is put it on. You're going to slide it off onto the paper as fast as you can, and it's okay. It's going to harden. Look how beautiful this looks. I wish you could smell it. You'll smell all the wonderful caramel, the vanilla. We got to get every single nut in there. Get all these nuts. Don't worry about this pan. It will just come right off in the water. We'll put it in the sink, and at this point I'm going to spread it out. Look how fast it's drying up. Spread it out. You know what? I like it in chunks. So, but you're going to want to break this up. We're going to let it dry, and we will be back, and I'm going to show you how it's going to look. It's going to harden, and you're going to see how wonderful and glorious this is going to be. It's been 10 minutes, and this is what it's going to look like. This is about one batch here, and it's already hardened, if you can see, and it's separated. Okay, so I'm going to show you a few things, and I'll be right back. I have some ideas, and I just thought I would show you a few things how you can use popcorn, and I thought this would be really cool. I made a little cake, a vanilla cake, and put some popcorn on top. That would be super fun. And I also got a beautiful dish if you have a friend over and you guys want to have something to drink and maybe snack on some popcorn. You can do it this way. If you have a party, you can put it in party containers. Aren't these adorable? And it's going to be Mother's Day. What about this? Putting it in a cup and then putting a flower on top. And then I've got a Maria's Kitchen little tin here that you can put your own label if you want. And how about for the men? You've got a Cowboys cup, and I filled it up with popcorn, and you could put a big cellophane on top of it. And I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna grab what's left because I filled all these containers up. And I'm gonna, it is so good. I have to tell you something. This is so soft and buttery and caramely. I don't know how to say it. It's when you make it fresh, it's softer than, you know, when they have it in the can for a long time. It's softer. And it's so yummy and fresh and delicious. It almost melts in your mouth. You've got to try this recipe. And look at all these ways that you can make some with your kids in the kitchen. Make a cake for a party, Mother's Day gifts, Father's Day gifts. And how about fundraisers? I mean, this popcorn is so yummy. I will be back for the scripture of the day. The scripture I chose today is 1 Corinthians 10:31. And it is, so whether you eat or drink or whatever you do, do it all to the glory of God. Everything you do, make sure you give God glory, whether you eat or drink or anything that you do. I want to thank you so much for spending time with me today. I am going to give you a shout out, mothers. I dressed up a little bit because it's going to be Mother's Day in about 2 days, and I hope this show will be aired up on Sunday for Mother's Day for you. And I just want to say God bless all the mothers. Motherhood is a very hard job, but you know what? With God's strength, we can do all things. So I just want to say God bless all the mothers. Happy Mother's Day, and I will see you next time for another show on Maria's Kitchen. Bye.